Troy out of the Sun Belt taking on Ohio University out of the MAC. First quarter, Jernigan, a guy you'll probably see playing on Sundays in the Wildcat, play action. And just like that, the Trojans up 7-zip. Later in the first, game tied at 7 now. Corey Robinson finds Tobias Gill down the sideline for a touchdown. Troy make it 14-7. Now in the second quarter, it's 41-14. The third quarter, Troy would break the New Orleans Bowl record for points, win their second bowl game ever, 48-21.
New Mexico Bowl, BYU UTEP. You think of all the great quarterbacks in BYU history. Young, McMahon, Detmer. None had ever started a bowl game as a freshman, but Jake Heaps did Saturday, and he was spectacular. First quarter, 9-yard TD to Luke Ashworth. BYU up 14-zip. Second quarter, 17-3 game. Following an INT, Heaps. Play action. Check out the throw to Cody Hoffman. Covered 31 yards. Hoffman had 8 catches, 137 yards, and 3 touchdowns. That was number 1. Here's number 2. Coach Bronco Mendenhall said of Heaps, he has a very bright future, and now he knows what it's like to win a bowl game. Heaps-Hoffman connection does it one more time. 264 yards passing for Heaps. 52-24. Cougars open the season 1-4. They win 6 of 8 to close the season.
Humanitarian Bowl. One last look at the blue turf in Boise. MAC versus WAC, Northern Illinois, facing Fresno State. The Huskies led by interim coach Tom Mutakavitz, who replaced Jerry Kill, who's now in charge at Minnesota, showing that he knows what he's doing, icing Lou Groza Award semifinalist Kevin Gosling. And he calls out another timeout. And look at that. They both work the icing. He's feeling good.
I'll tell you what, the other thing about those straight timeouts, if I can make this thing last longer, I'm going to do it now. I don't know if I'll ever get my opportunity, but I'm having a good time.
He will not be the permanent coach, but certainly enjoying this one, as did Northern. MAC Player of the Year, Chad Spann, breaks away for the touchdown. Huskies do it easily. Quarterback Chandler Harnish ran for 2, threw for another.
Taunting. All right, this is the Southern Miss quarterback, Austin Davis. 51 career touchdown passes, one shy of tying the school record held by Lee Roberts and by Brett Favor.
That's far.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not the commissioner. 52 is the number, so Davis needs 2 to break it. And there's old Brett Favre. First quarter, here's old young Davis. Deep downfield, Quentin Pierce, 32-yard touchdown. Davis ties the school record with 52 touchdown passes, so he needs 1 to break it. Second quarter, Southern Miss 14-7 inside the Louisville red zone. How about Larry Fedora challenging Charlie Strong, his old Gator coaching mate? Davis to Kevin Bolden to Pierce, who throws to Davis. Well, that's a TPN, top play nominee. What a grab there by the quarterback, 21-7. 21 first-half points against the Louisville defense, top 15 both scoring and yardage defense. Davis hits Zeke Walters' 8-yard touchdown pass. It was 21-21 then. Take another look. It's Davis's 53rd career touchdown pass, so it's a record setter. And for the record, the Golden Eagles take the lead. Ensuing kickoff. How fast can Jeremy Wright run the 95-yard dash? You're witnessing how fast. Special teams special. Louisville ties it up. Fourth quarter just underway. Still tied, still in the fourth. Louisville at its own 20. Bilal Powell. Direct snap. Fumble! Recovered by Southern Miss. Take another look. Powell's knee is ruled down. Is that accurately called? Louisville retains possession. Coach can't believe it. This is going to hurt that much worse. Chris Philpott, 36-yarder. Louisville going to win it 31-28. Coach Strong in Louisville. Beef O'Brady Bowl winners in St. Pete. Bet tempers flaring prior to kickoff, especially after one of the Utes tweeted some unflattering things about the Broncos, and you've got geographical proximity as well. You want tension? How about Kyle Brotzman? How about November 26th. How about Brotzman misses 2 field goals against Nevada? He hits the first one. It would have been a game winner. Boise's most likely in a BCS bowl game. Ended up missing in overtime, too, and missed his only field goal the following week. So he's in a little bit of a funk. And how about Coach Peterson? Early in this game, he's going to try and get Brotzman out of the funk. He's also the punter, lined up in punt formation. Instead, the snap goes to the up back, who pitches the ball, and then the pass back to Brotzman for the first down. Oh, no. It hit him right in the uprights. Unable to hold it. That's a cold shot right there. Take another look. Boise not starting right early, and this is the first game this season they did not have the lead after the first quarter. Second quarter, it's 3-0 Utes. Doug Martin really changes momentum here with this run. He goes 84 yards, hammer time, longest play in Las Vegas Bowl history, longest play for Boise State this season. It's 7-3. We keep it in the second quarter, 3rd and 9 for the Broncos from the Utah 12. Kellen Moore, Titus Young, touchdown. Oh, wait. Incomplete pass is the ruling on the field. They're going to take a look at it, and you really wish they had one of those zoom lenses right there. Oh, we do. Ooh, look at that. Looks like the toe may be on the line. Play upheld, incomplete pass. So we're going to have to go for the field goal. You know what that means. Here he comes, Brotzman. How's this for some pick-me-up? Becomes the FBS leader in career points for kickers with that kick, and Boise State takes a 10-3 lead. All right, 39 seconds left in the half. Boise State had the ball at the 50-yard line. 2 plays, and 21 seconds later, it's more to Tyler Shoemaker. They went for 2, didn't get it, so Broncos lead 16-3 at the half. Third quarter, the Prosser tosser again, this time to Austin Pettis, 18 yards, second touchdown. Boise gives up the first 3, scores the next 26. How about the move by Coach Pete right here? Gets out of the way of the Gatorade, and the assistants get it instead. That's a fail. Last time I can say this for Boise, recognize the whack and recognize Kellen Moore. He's a junior. He may come back. 28 of 38, 339 yards, 2 touchdowns, and this interview, Credit Union Poinsettia Bowl. It's been a little wet in Southern California. 24 hours ago from when that video was taken before the game started, stadium was under 10 inches of water. Grounds crew worked all night. Approximately 1.5 million gallons were pumped out to get the field game ready. And that doesn't even take into account the parking lot, which was underwater. San Diego State up 7. Let's make it 14. Ryan Lindley to Vincent Brown. Shake and bake, 53 yards. Brown, 165 yards receiving. That's a Poinsettia Bowl record. Second quarter, a 3rd and 19 for the Naval Academy. Ricky Dobbs back to pass. Greg Jones. That's a catch for Kenny Niumatalolo's club. 14-7. Jones bobbles but holds on. Later in the second quarter, it's your Mountain West Conference's leading rusher, Ronnie Hillman, 37 yards. He goes for 228 in this game, passes Marshall Falk in SDSU history rushing yards by a freshman, and he breaks the old bowl record in this game by nearly 100 yards. Less than a minute to go in the half. Dobbs to Jones for 30 yards. Navy's got something going. Do they have enough time to get something on the board? 9 seconds left in the half. Dobbs, QB keeper. He's done that a bunch of times in his career. 21-14 Aztecs, but Navy's got some momentum, or so you would have thought. They did not score again. How about Hillman? His first career receiving touchdown. Lindley with some play action. 35-14 San Diego State. First bowl win since Bowl. Golden Hurricane and Hawaii. Warriors actually the visiting team in this one. They have the top passing offense in the country. Bryant Moniz throwing it to the blue team. That would be the visiting Tulsa Golden Hurricane. Cornelius Arnott goes 52 yards. This was Hawaii's first possession, down to the 3. Tulsa defense dropping the linebackers gave Hawaii all sorts of problems offensively in the first half. Next play, Alex Singleton, and Tulsa's on the board, 7-0. Moniz again pressured by the Tulsa defense. Tyron Walker throwing him to the ground. Moniz going to have to lead the game. He's got a lower back injury. He would return, but while he was out, Shane Austin did this. This was after Austin had scored a touchdown. He threw it off his back foot. John Flanders. Notre Dame fans, I said John Flanders. You remember him? He goes 54 yards for the touchdown. Tulsa up 17-7. Next Hawaii possession, Moniz is in the game, and it's Arnick. He's in the play, and this time he's not going down to the 3. He's got reservations for 6. Tulsa up 27-14 at the half, 24 points on 6 Hawaii turnovers. They're up despite having less than 100 yards total offense. Third quarter, Moniz, Greg Salas. Greg Salas is a name to remember. 13 grabs, 214 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hawaii's all-time leading receiver, but Tulsa answers back. G.J. Kinney to Demarius Johnson. 4 touchdowns in this game in 2 minutes and 31 seconds, and it's Tulsa 41-28. It is all Tulsa. Kinney, Thomas Roberson. Kinney, 346 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Take another look at that one. 48-28. Hawaii scores. Tulsa responds again. Every time Hawaii would seemingly get back into it, their defense could not stop Tulsa. Trey Johnson, 62 yards after the fake pitch by Kinney. And the next play, Singleton.
Straight ahead with the running play.
Another 3-yard score. Tulsa gonna beat Hawaii bad. 62-35 is your final. Again, Hawaii with the nation's #1 passing offense. Moniz, 403 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Those 6 turnovers in the first half, dooming Greg McMackin's club. Salas with the big night. Kinney, 346 yards passing, but it's the Johnsons, and Demarius Johnson, 98